late night shenanigans is what we're talking about. So what's on your mind?
Shower thoughts. Mainly shower thoughts.
What the fuck is shower thoughts?
So if you ever been on a subreddit, it's called Shower Thoughts, and it's like the most random. It's just the most random thoughts in the world. The most obvious things that you just don't think about until you're alone in the shower, and you're like, huh, that makes sense. Huh, that doesn't make sense. I wonder why this happens, or that's what shower thoughts are. It's those one-off light bulb moments when you're alone and nobody's around to, I don't know, I guess influence your thoughts is the best way to put it.
So what was your, first off, for those of you that don't know that charming, deep voice that irritates my soul most of the time, go ahead, introduce yourself.
I would be Omari. I am the husband of this fine young woman laying next to me right now.
And my name is Whitney. So since we are deciding to talk about shower thoughts, and I'm literally doing air quotes right now, shower thoughts. Just got out the shower. I'm trying to think, now that you put it that way, what did I think about while we were in the shower? I'm trying to think. I can tell you what I thought about. TMI. I totally get it if it's TMI. So I went to use the bathroom today. And what I was thinking about in the shower is that when I got up, so those of you that don't know, I've always been a very, very small frame person. And after I had my kids, I did pick up a little bit more weight, but I'm not like, super, super huge or anything like that. Just a little bit more proportion in areas than others. So went to use the bathroom today. That same stall I was talking to you about last week about that it was broken, and there was a lady that was, doing number 2, and she tried to flush it. Anyway, my shower moment just a moment ago as we sit here and we wind down the night was I went to the bathroom today and I finally seen that someone put a note up saying that they notified maintenance about the toilet. But then also when I went to use the bathroom and I wiped my butt, I know, being a little nasty, but I wiped my butt, and as I got up and I put I thought the toilet paper got into the toilet, it was still stuck in between my booty cheeks.
Ooh. I'm gonna need you to squat a little bit more.
Oh, bye. So what was your shower thought?
I was just trying to get in and out of the shower. I didn't really
So why the fuck are we talking about shower why?
Because look, here this is what I mean by shower thoughts. Whales are mammals, so technically we could milk them and make whale cheese.
That's dumb.
That's a shower thought because it makes total sense.
How does that make sense?
Mammals produce milk.
So the shower thought is whales are mammals, so technically we could milk them and make whale cheese?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. So
or Pornhub with a white background will look a lot more innocent than it would with its normal background, which is black, if you don't know. Yes, I know that.
No, I'm not saying that, but that's a dumb...
Those are shower thoughts.
Okay.
Before cell phones existed, we were more willing to spontaneously jump into a body of water.
That is so true. Because now you can't, because I got my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at another shower
By
thought.
the way, this is a subreddit called Shower Thoughts.
Let me see. We might love the sound of rain and find it peaceful because predators don't usually attack when it's when it's raining.
Yeah, because people don't nobody want to get wet.
When they're
What?
That's kind of jacked up.
Yeah.
kind of jacked up. All right, what's another one? Let's see.
If the universe is 13.8 billion years old, there are 89 people with more dollars than years since the start of time.
Lame.
Yeah, that one's kind of whack.
Okay,
True.
here's one. Even though it helps to spread awareness or show support, it still feels weird to like a social media post with depressing content. Okay, you gotta read one more.
Okay, hold on.
One more. And we'll
One
close
more
it out with these old
something.
shower thoughts.
No, we'll actually talk about something. I gotta pick a good one. Okay, this one's got 11.6 likes. 11.6 thousand likes. Oh, goodness. Considering how easily people with working brains break their legs and fall into holes, there's no way a zombie uprising would make it to apocalypse level.
That one is dumb.
But it makes sense.
It doesn't.
It does.
Considering how people, how
with
easily,
working brains.
okay, with working brains break their legs and fall into holes.
So stop right there.
Right, I get that.
Okay. Zombies don't have working brains. So it makes them even more vulnerable to falling into walking holes. Or to fall.
But zombies do have working brain.
They don't.
Then if they
It's
didn't
a
have
basic function, instinct function to eat.
So if they don't have working brains, though, how are they able to attack us like the Walking Dead?
You make my brain hurt.
I know. Well, that's what you get for bringing up fucking shower thoughts. Any Hooters.
I love those.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
So on a serious note, let's talk about this snowflake thing.
I don't want to talk about that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to talk about that. That was already covered in the other podcast, which feel free to check it out, you guys. It's called Similarly Different. But we're going to talk about a different subject because I don't want to talk about the snowflake generation.
Did you hear or did you see on the news that Iran shot ground-to-ground missiles at a U.S. Air Force base?
Yes.
Shit's about to go down. Like, legit go down. And I'm, like, terrified, but not at the same time.
What are you terrified for?
Well, we're going to war again.
Here's the thing.
That's the thing. But wait.
Okay.
The thing is, the Iranian president came out and stated that the whole death to America thing is for American leaders, not it's American citizens, which is a good thing. So they're not planning on doing any attacks intentionally, to American people as a whole, to the populace. But that's not to say that there might not be some people that get accidentally caught.
Well, here's my thing. We've been at war since
2001.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
I mean, I understand this is a big deal, and I honestly hate talking about these different wars and stuff like that because I feel like it all stems back from basically people who voted in Mr. Trump, and I just feel like we've been, like I said, we've already been at war since 2001. It's just kind of fell underneath the radar.
It never fell underneath the radar.
Kinda. So people are just bored of it. Yeah. So it fell under the radar. Like a lot of people, unless you're a person that sits and catches up on CNN and different news articles and stuff like that. Yeah, you're one of the people that have been following this and probably seen a lot of things coming before people that are just now paying attention. Now, I will say this, people are paying attention to it even more because there are, whether people choose to believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are upset of things that, what I'm saying, like Trump is doing as a whole. I feel like now...
We don't mention him by name. We just say 45.
You call him 45. But whatever the case may be, I think that's what it's...
I don't know. I feel differently about that because I think the same people that warned everyone else that this idiot was going to cause a problem for the U.S. are the same people that knew this type of thing was coming. And those that, oh no, he's gonna break this, and he's for the little guy. That he hasn't done anything for the little person yet. He hasn't lived up to anything yet. Oh, I'm sorry. He has. Them stupid tax cuts that didn't help anybody, and God, I just lost my train of thought. It was those stupid tax cuts, and the ban of the Muslim people. Like, nobody cares about that stuff, like at all. And now these same folks are saying, oh yeah, we're gonna re-elect this guy because the stock market's great, which 90% of the people that are touting the stock market is great don't have any money invested in stock. Okay, but they want to re-elect this guy for what? Literally for what?
Well, I don't really care about that stuff.
You should, because it's going to affect us, and it's going to affect our kids and our grandkids.
Yeah, but I don't care to. I feel like if people would focus on, everybody talks about the president, everybody talks about things that he's doing, what he's not doing. Bottom line, I said it before and I'll keep saying it. Nothing's going to change until people actually get up and go to these town meetings and vote for the right people to prevent people like him from getting in to begin with. If you have a full, everybody needs to, what people need to do is pay attention to who they are, who they want him to run against.
I don't agree with that at all.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
Because the same people that you could vote into office that say they're going to do the right thing can go right on in there, and the people with money can come, well, I'll give you this much money if you do this. And then that gets turned up on its head.
Right, but I'm saying different changes and stuff like that. No, you don't have the power to really change a lot of the stuff presidentially, what's going on. But stuff that is happening in like your area and different concerns and stuff like that, that's when you need to become a part of those committees and a part, like going, like I said, those town hall. I mean, have you ever been to a town hall meeting? It's actually pretty cool.
No.
It's actually pretty cool. But, just doing stuff like that, you can't.
What would also help that is if there was a law enacted to limit the amount of terms somebody can run, like the president. The president can only run 2 terms. If you had like that same stipulation for the Senate, the House, and all these other.
What is the stipulations for the Senate?
I don't think there's a limit for the Senate.
Yeah, there's definitely. Why don't you look it up? Do some research. I'm pretty sure they can do, or is it one of the things where they're in the Senate until they croak over and die?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, see, it's one of the top search things. After winning the majority, 2 6-year terms. Okay,
Yeah.
so they have 6-year terms.
So they could do 12 total.
12
So it's not when they croaks. Okay.
It
So
just
that's
seems like they could.
Because for 12 years, but 12 years is a long time to,
It is.
hold one position. But at any rate,
Sorry, tangent. What's up, baby?
anything else?
If you guys watch anime, a really good one that my wife and I have been watching, it's called Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Check it out. It's pretty good. Any Netflix series you wanna, besides You?
Everybody should definitely check out You.
Murderous
He is a murder mastermind, and I actually like the main character. I don't know if any of you guys have watched it, but that's really it for our old, early late night random talk, I guess.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some on Sunday that's a little more light and fun, where we talk about people.
I don't want to talk about people.
That's usually fun.
No, it's never fun.
I talk about you.
Hope it's in a good way. Any Hooters, number 2. We're gonna close this out, wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do apologize if y'all think he is annoying just as much as I do. Just kidding. But anywho, late night talks, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.